Welcome everyone to Kaz's Communique. Today we're going to do a pick a pile reading and I'm going to read some crystals for you. So we've got groups of crystals here, and when I do the reading I'm going to pick an aspect of your life and talk about it depending on the crystal. So this is group readings, not everything that I say will relate to every aspect of your life. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and we'll get on with the reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, my details are in the comments box below. The timestamps are also in the comments box below. So if you concentrate on the piles, choose a pile that you resonate with and we'll get into the reading. So we have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. If you need more time you can pause the video and I'll see you at your pile. Welcome pile 1 to your reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at each crystal and I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can get a good look at it. Now I've collected a lot of these crystals over the years and sometimes I forget what they are. But what I'm doing is tuning into the energy of the aspect that this crystal makes in your life. So group 1, this aspect relates to your relationship part of life. So it may be your romantic relationship, or it may be your relationship with friends or family, or even work colleagues. So lately there's been a bit of turmoil in this area. There's one particular person that is causing you a few issues. And it's not so much they're causing it, it's your relationship with them and your interaction with them that is causing the issues. There is a timeline to this, so it's not something that you can possibly say, yes, I'm going to stick here, no, I'm going to leave at this point. It's something that needs to be worked out. There's a lot of karma around this, and it is a bit of a hiccup in your life at the moment. Now, please don't blame yourself for whatever's going on, and please don't blame the other person. It's more like an energetic field that's clashing rather than opinions and voices of you both. Now, it will come across as opinions and voices because we're living in the 3D world, but it is more about some friction that's being worked out in your energetic timeline. So there's some karma that needs to be appeased, and this is, for most of you, it goes back either 2 or 10 lifetimes ago, and there was a lot of hurt inflicted on one person by the other person. So that needs to be worked out in this lifetime, and it's with you at the moment, and there's a little bit of a struggle around it, but it's all going to calm down in about 6 months, so hang in there. This one here is related to your monetary side of your life. So at the moment, the world is turning and it's spinning in your favour. So this is a lucky time for money at the moment, and you may find yourself coming into a windfall or an unexpected bonus. So you might get a Christmas bonus, or you might get a little win on something. You may get someone owing you money from the past that you never thought you would get. But this is a very positive sign. So it's like the wheel is turning and it's turning in your favour. So look out for that. This one is to do with your eyesight. So I see for a lot of you that your eyesight in one eye is being a little bit crumbly, to put it lightly. So you might have some issues in one of your eyes. It's something that can be resolved easily, but you need some help with it. So if you've been finding the eyesight's blurry, you might need to go and see an optometrist. Or if you're finding you're getting floaties in your eye, you might need to go and see a doctor or something along those lines. So if you're finding that your eyesight in one eye has been a problem, please go and seek help. There's other things that you can do as well, from eating, mainly from eating more natural foods, so plant-based foods, increase those in your diet, because that will assist too. But it does need to be looked at, and there are simple solutions, but it does need to be addressed. For some of you as well, I'm feeling that this may be connected to your heart as well. So I'm not saying you've got a heart problem, it might be emotional. So it might be the cause of this eye problem is something emotional, something that's happened probably in the last 4 years. So have a think about an emotional upset that happened in the last 4 years, and that may also help, addressing that will also help with the health of your eye. This one here, for some people it's to do with their feet, and for some people it's to do with their pancreas. So if you've got diabetes, I would be particularly looking at this one, because that will also affect your feet if you're not looking after your blood sugars. So if you're a diabetic, have a good look at your feet, or if you haven't been to a podiatrist in a while, go and see a podiatrist, because there's something about that. Now, for the rest of you, this is to do with the head, and that perhaps there's been a lot of headaches. So I suggest, I'm hearing fish. So if you don't have a lot of fish in your diet, add some fish, or fish oils, because that will help with that as well. If you're diabetic, obviously, try and get your blood sugars under control, because that will help with all of your symptoms and prevent long-term problems. Energetically, there is also someone else around you who's a little bit unstable in their mood, and this is affecting you a little bit. So just be aware of that. Now, if it's someone that you can spend more time away from, maybe you want to do that and do some exercises around clearing the energy when you move away from them, so that you're not carrying that energy. But it's probably going to be the first person that pops into your mind when I say that their moods are a little bit unstable. Now, I'm not saying walk away from someone who needs help. Obviously help them if they will let you, but it's something that is affecting you as well. So you need to manage your time around them. Alright, for this last crystal, I'm seeing, and this is going to be quite a particular point for one person or two people perhaps, that there's a boy that is around a muddy area, and he's always bringing things home, and so you might just need to keep an eye on that, because I feel that maybe there's something he tries to bring home that might sting him or bite him, and that may only be pertinent to one or two of you, or even just one of you. So that's what I'm mainly picking up for this, for someone who's receiving this reading. And it may just be even a sharp stick that gets in a foot, or into a calf or something like that, that can lead to an infection. So just keep an eye on that. Alright, group 1, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for coming, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. So with this one here, I'm getting that there's some, I'm hearing the word autotoxification. So what I'm meaning by that is that there's something you're putting into your body that your body doesn't like. So it could be a food, it could be alcohol, it could be something else. So I think it's time just to back off on this. You will know exactly what it is, because there could be some serious health concerns coming out of it. So, and there might be something to do with your tongue as well. So either your tongue reacts to it first and then you feel it elsewhere in your body, or that your tongue's getting sore. But this is definitely to do with your tongue, and also something that you're putting into your body that's giving you a reaction. It might be that you're having some diarrhea or something along those lines. So just to pay attention to that, because it's time just to stop taking that in for a while, let your body do some recovery, and then depending on what it is, obviously, you may be able to go back to it just in small amounts. So that's what I'm seeing with that crystal there. This crystal indicates that there's a family member or a very close friend who is having a really hard time at the moment, and that they need some extra help and support from you. So it may be that someone close to them is having a hard time and they're feeling the brunt of the pressure of looking after them, or it may be that someone's struggling with schoolwork or something along those lines. So they just need a little bit extra support at this point in time. It's someone the person that's having the primary problem is removed from you, but they're close to this person. So it may be someone in someone's family. So just give them a little bit extra support and kindness at this point, because they require it. This one here is to do with hearing. Some of you have got some more recent issues with hearing that have come about, and you might be not hearing things as well, or you might be hearing things that you've never heard before. So if this is someone who's actively working on developing their psychic senses, this may pertain to you. You might be clairaudient and starting to hear things next to your ear, or like a voice is speaking in your ear. Or if that's not the case, it may be that you're not hearing things as well as you used to. So you may need to get some wax taken out of your ears or go for a hearing test. But this is definitely to do with the ears. There's something else with this one here. There's a particular point in the feet. If you look up acupressure points in the feet, or foot points, I can't think of the word. There may be a point that you'll be able to press that helps with your hearing too. That's coming in through quite strongly. Sorry, there's something else coming through about this one here. And for some people, this is to do with their throat. So you may have a froggy throat, or you may have a bit of a cough. What's being suggested with this is use like a blue stone like this, a light blue stone, and put it on your throat, or you do a meditation where you're doing some chakra clearing and paying particular attention to the throat, because there's like an energetic blockage there. And that may help you hear more easily too, because sometimes, particularly with the chakras, if there's a blockage in one of them, something further upstream may become blocked, and that might be your hearing. Okay. This one is to do with grief and sadness from the past. So for some of you, there's one particular little nugget of hurt that's sitting in your heart, and it's niggling away there, niggling away, and it really wants to come out. So it's time to forgive whatever this was. It may be a situation or a person, and do yourself the favour of letting it go. Now, this doesn't mean condoning behaviour that was done to you, but what it means is not letting it fester within you, because it will cause problems physically. So physical problems often start as energetic problems or emotional problems, and then they develop further. So for this one here, this is something that happened 5 to 7 years ago, and it was really quite a shock to your system. And you were actually working on yourself quite a bit then, and then this something happened, and it's almost like it set you back a bit, and it's been something that's just been sitting there waiting to be dealt with. And because it came up when you were dealing with other things from the past, you associate this incident or this pain or this situation with processing things. So what I'm being told is to allow yourself to let go of things. And this is particularly, if it hasn't already, it will start to affect your breathing and your lungs. So it's something that's sitting quite heavily on your chest. So what I'm talking about may just instantly pop into your mind, and you might want to do maybe the Hawaiian prayer to do the forgiveness there. You might want to meditate on it and get some answers about it, or you might want to seek a therapist to help you process this. But it's something that definitely needs to be shifted. This one here is about luck. So I think you've had a bit of luck in the past, and you feel that you can replicate that by doing the same thing. Now this is actually tied to this one here. So what I'm hearing is that yes, this luck can be replicated. However, you need to deal with that first, and then the luck comes through. So whether you're trying to manifest something, or whether you're trying to replicate something at work that brought you a lot of business, or something to do with your studies that helped you along, dealing with this emotional hurt will help with that, because in effect it's actually blocking what you're trying to bring through. If you're not sure what it is that's blocking you, for some people they won't know, I would suggest getting out at night under the stars and asking for the answer. So do that 3 nights in a row, and then you may get the answer through your dreams if you remember your dreams, or it might just pop into your head. But there are things that can be brought through, but there's a specific blockage there, which is this one, that needs to be dealt with. So those two go together. So thank you, Group 2, for listening to me today. And if you would like to, please like and subscribe. Please tell me which group you picked and whether it resonated with you or not. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Welcome, Group 3, to your reading. So I will pick up each crystal in turn and just see what it resonates with in your life. So Group 3, this one is to do with your car. So there is something going on with your car at the moment. It's either a mechanical issue or it's been in a bit of a bingle lately and needs some attention. So it may be that you're without your own transport for a little while, but it will be resolved. So if you don't know what the issue is and your car is not running as smoothly as it is usually, I would get it looked at by a mechanic, especially if you haven't had it serviced in a while. But this is to do with your main transport. Now, for some of you, This may be that your car needs to be prepared for harsh weather, so whether it's snow or extreme heat. Maybe there is something that needs to be done to prepare for that at this point in time to prevent issues later on. We all know that cars are a bit hard to come across at the moment. So what's coming through here is maintain your car and you'll have less issues in the future. This one here, I'm getting a few mixed stories here. Okay, for some people this is about their house and there's a big heaviness around it. So I don't know if people are struggling to pay for their mortgage or thinking about selling or being forced to move because the owner needs the house, but there's a big heaviness around the house and the home. So what my guides are telling me is that there is a solution for all on any of these problems to do with the home. But it might be with a bit of a heavy heart that the solution comes. So it might be that you do have to move and you do like where you live and unfortunately you'll have to go somewhere else. But what they're saying is, if that is the case, if you are forced into something that you didn't expect, that's the universe putting you in the place that you're supposed to be. Or it might be that you're searching for a house to live in, maybe to rent or to buy, and you're having difficulties. And that's because the house that you are meant to be in isn't yet available. So that does make it difficult for people, and I appreciate that, but sometimes timing is involved. And you may even, for some of you, have to move twice before you get to your perfect place that you would like to live in and is perfect for your needs with all the amenities around it. So hold on tight there because there is a bit of an issue. For other people, I feel this is around their home but in a different way. So feeling like either you're not there enough and you'd like to be there more, or feeling that you're tied to the home, like either you're working from home or you know you're homesick a lot and you can't get out much. So it might be around that. And again, they are saying that this is something that has to be I don't know that anyone's going into lockdown, but that might be the case in some places. They're saying it's something that will have to be just worked through, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So if it's something that you're struggling with around the home, for most of you in the middle of next year it will be resolved. So that was that crystal. This crystal here is to do with the heart and how you feel about yourself. So it may be that you've been enjoying yourself a lot lately, but it's kind of a false joy. So what might be happening is that you are distracting yourself from things that need to be dealt with matters of the heart. And it may be that you've been having a jolly old time, which is wonderful, but there's something underlying it and something that is preventing your true joy from being felt or even expressed. So I think you might be in a situation where you're looking at your life saying, why aren't I happy? Look at all these wonderful things that are happening to me. And what I'm hearing is that this is a process of elimination for you. There's a purification going on. They're asking you not to distract yourself with substances and technology and other people too much, and spend some quality time with yourself, just getting to know who you are. Because underneath all of that, there is pain there, but underneath the pain is a gift. So they're asking you to give yourself some space and without distractions to either meditate or sit out in nature or sit with yourself and just be. Now I know that's very, it's not something we're used to doing in today's society. We're used to constant distractions and information coming at us from all angles. But what they're saying is there's something just sitting under the surface that's ready to be released. And it might be a sudden thought or memory that you get in your head. And when it comes up, you'll go, oh, was that it? Oh, that's really strange. And you'll be able to sort of think through it. This is more of a thinking thing. It's a slightly feeling thing, but more of a thinking thing. And think, oh, well, that was part of my past. I handled that quite well. And now I'm just going to release it. And with that release, in 3 to 4 weeks, within 3 to 4 weeks of releasing, there'll be some sort of gift. So this might not be a tangible gift as in something physical, but it might be something, a talent or something that's yet undiscovered, and that will come out. This crystal here, I'm getting for some people this is about their nose, and I'm getting for some people this is about their digestion. Sometimes they're linked, so if people have allergies, sometimes it affects them by doing a lot of sneezing, but also their mucous membranes are affected, and their digestion isn't great. So for some of you it's one thing, for some of you it's the other, for some of you it's all of the above. Now they're saying you need to do a bit of a cleanse as far as food goes. So what you're putting into your body. So there's something in particular that is triggering you, and the problem is worsened by hay fever, like a seasonal hay fever. So have a look at what you're putting into your body and try, if you don't already know what it is, try and work out what it is. You can keep a little diary saying of all the ingredients you ate in something and what symptoms you had. So maybe you get up in the morning and you feel okay, but by lunchtime you're all stuffy, or you've got some diarrhea or some digestive issues. So just pay attention to that, because it's something that can be prevented, and if you stay off the substance for a little while you might be able to introduce it, but it's something that's got to a point now where your body's not coping with it anymore, and eventually it will really interfere with your thinking and your processing. So when you're under stress, say at work or in whatever situation you're in, it'll start to cloud your judgment about things. And you'll just feel better if you address this. So that's that one. And this one here is about getting grounded and being who you are meant to be. So we all take on roles in life, whether we're a mother, a father, a brother, a son, a daughter, a student, a worker, whatever it is. And what has happened, and it's happened to all of us, is we've taken on these roles and they become a bit of a smokescreen as to our true selves. So what they're asking you to do is to, if you're able to, put your bare feet on the earth and just connect back down to Mother Nature and think about the roles that you've taken on in life. So what is it? What are these roles masking? So a lot of us live very busy lives where we're running from one thing to the next, and as part of our role in society. So what they want you to do, and I'm talking about your spirit guides, and actually it's bigger than that, so it's more like ascended masters as well. What they want you to do is actually, look at this, it's crumbling. So you might find that your roles in life are crumbling, and you're finding it hard to keep hold of them and to keep yourself on track as you usually are. And that's because the structures are meant to break down. They're not working. So there's a crack in there. Can you see that big crack? There's a big fissure in it. So think about the roles that you've taken on in life. You know, is it the good girl? Is it the hero? Is it the villain? Whatever it is. And think about whether they're serving you anymore. Saying yes to everyone doesn't help you. It helps everyone around you, but not you. You know, being just a mother helps your children immensely, but it doesn't help you. There needs to be balance. So the fact that this is falling apart and crumbling means that, you know, things, your vital force is starting to weaken. So you need to take some time out, you need to plant your feet in the earth, and you really need to see what needs to be let go of. We've let go of some things here. Lighten the load, because we can't be everything to everybody. And I don't know if that picks up on the camera, but there's a lot of little glycery bits on this. It's glistening, it's all shiny. And that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be shining, but at the moment you're just barely surviving. You're not thriving. So some things need to be let go of for your own benefit. And I'm not saying stop caring for your children or your family, but take some time for you, because that's really important. All right, group 3, that's all I have for today. Please let me know in the comment box what group you chose and whether it resonated with you. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Love and light.